Welcome to the video. Today, I'm going to be sharing something with you that I have been working on for a little while now. Firstly, I do apologise for the changing light behind me. I have to be honest, it has been grey, bleak and overcast here for the past few weeks. In fact, you could potentially say the perfect lighting conditions for shooting a video like this. But of course, today the sun comes out. So I do hope it is not too distracting. But back to the video. What I have created is this mega London map. Now, I've used Google Maps to pull together all of my favourite photo spots in and around London. I've been really lucky, and I've lived in the area in and around London for most of my life, and certainly all of my photography career, if you like. And I've had so much fun exploring the city, and I still do to this date, finding loads and loads of photo locations. It's been really fun for me looking back through the archives, and it's actually given me a little bit of inspiration to potentially go back and revisit some of those locations. But my aim with this map really is to provide you with all of the places that I've explored. I've spent a lot of time in and around London shooting. I'm by no means a London photography expert. This is just my experience, and I'm sure there's much more to come. But I hope you find it useful. Whether you live in and around London like I do, and you've spent lots of time shooting here, sometimes it's just nice to grab a little bit of inspiration. And there's some little places that you might not have visited. It is a wealth of photography spots. It's such a cool city. If you're visiting for the first time or a couple of times, perhaps you don't know the landscape at all, and this could just give you a bit of guidance onto some of the main spots or some of the lesser known spots. Indeed. And if you do know anyone that's traveling to London that might enjoy a bit of photography, please feel free to share it with them as well. So onto the map itself. It's basically split down into two layers. Two of my main loves, photography and coffee. Firstly, the coffee. Listen, I love a cup of coffee when I'm out roaming, taking photos. It kind of, for me, goes hand in hand, gives me a bit of inspiration, gives me a bit of fuel and a bit of warmth, especially in these winter months. So I've listed some of my favourite, more specialist coffee spots. I have to be honest, I'm a bit of a coffee snob. I don't like the chains, so I've spent many years researching and trialing and testing these coffee shops. So some of my favourites are in there. They're all the little black icons with a coffee cup on them, so go and check them out. I do hope you enjoy them. But the main event, of course, is the photography spots. They are all labelled with their name. They've got little purple icons. This, I must say, is a work in progress, this map. I'm going back through the archives and trying to find photos to add to each location as well. And I will be updating that as I go with older photos and indeed, hopefully, new photos and new locations as well. So the map will be live, interactive and updating all of the time. Within each photo location, I've added certainly an example photo, sometimes some behind the scenes photos. So it gives you an idea of the lay of the land, kind of what it looks like, what kind of shot you can get. And in addition to that, I thought it'd be useful to add a couple of notes just to give you a bit of an idea of what the location is like, maybe what time of day it's best to shoot at, sunrise, sunset, whether it's good in harsh light. Sometimes for things like observation decks, I've given some information as to whether it's like glass walled or whether it's open air, whether it's free to go in, how you go about getting up there and things like that. So hopefully you find those little snippets of information useful, because it can be hard to find out, and of course work out kind of what gear you might need. So I've made a couple of comments on what lenses I've used in certain instances. Some of these spots are very specific compositions, and some are more kind of general areas that I've just enjoyed exploring, more kind of street style photography. So as you click on them, you'll see probably it'll become quite obvious whether they're more of a general area or a specific location. As I mentioned, I will be updating this as I go forwards. It's a growing map. I think it could get quite big, and I am excited always to go into London and find new spots. And as I mentioned, probably revisit some old ones as well. So I hope you do find this useful. The link is down in the description. Please feel free to share it. And if you have any comments, questions, or indeed suggestions for me, for other people, if you live in London or you've been to London and found a really cool spot that I've missed off, I'm sure I've missed loads. Please drop a comment down below and I can add them on and hopefully go and check them out myself as well. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I'll look forward to the comments down below and seeing you in the next video. That better be in focus.